So today I'm going to be telling you guys the best PC VR headsets that we have to this date. It may only be September, but the holidays will be here before you know it. And yeah, everyone knows the best standalone headsets, Quest 3, Quest 3S. That's nice, but this is for people who want to go standalone right into PC, because they're not just VR enjoyers, they're VR fans now. Because PC headsets may not be portable, but they still give you a lot of variety. And you know what, PC VR really hasn't had that much love, so I'm here to give it some. And I think the best way to start would be showing this headset right here. Some of you have maybe already seen this one, but this is the Big Screen Beyond 2, which big is the last thing this thing is. Because the main gimmick of this headset is that it's super small and super light, which you could probably already see. And this headset came out June 1st, 2025. So this is about as new as it gets. So you're probably wondering how much this headset weighs. And without the head strap, this headset only weighs 107 grams. Just for a little perspective, the Quest 3S weighs 514 grams. So the Big Screen Beyond 2 almost weighs 5 times less than that. Even the original big screen was slightly heavier, just by 20 grams. So them just finding a way to make it even more compact than it already was is just insane. But seriously, I have no idea how they did it. It obviously couldn't have been done without the pancake lenses that they used. That helped it a lot. So this headset is perfect for people who play a lot of competitive VR games. So if you're playing a shooter or maybe a sports game where you just need to quickly turn your head, it just makes it feel so much better and not like you have a brick on your face. And you may think the resolution would suffer for how small it is, but it's actually still really good, coming in at 2560 by 2560. And for its size, it's actually really good. And its field of view is actually pretty good too, coming in at 116 degrees, which again, for its size, that's impressive. And the hertz for the headset is about 90 hertz. I wish it was more, but 90 really isn't so bad. Now this all seems pretty good, but wait, there's more. The other amazing gimmick with this headset is that the main faceplate is actually fit for your face. Seriously, you have to take a mesh of your face, give it to them, and then they'll change the headset to make it fit your face perfectly. And yeah, that does take some time to do, and other people can't really use your headset comfortably because it's mainly fit for your face, but let's be honest, who's really using your headset other than you? And with this headset being so small, you think you wouldn't be able to have IPD adjustment, but you actually can, and you do. You have to use this weird little tool right here, and you gotta screw the headset to move the lenses back and forth to what it needs to be, which can be a little annoying, but just it being able to do that is phenomenal. So with all this great stuff, how much does it cost? Well, surprisingly not as much as I thought. It's only $1,020, which yeah, okay, 1,000 is a lot, but what you're getting, that actually seems fairly reasonable. But you do need to have base stations around your house in order for this thing to be tracked, so you need to buy those as well if you don't. Okay, yeah, you also need to buy your own separate controllers if you don't have those as well, so maybe the price tag isn't as good as I initially thought. And the last thing I have to mention is that there's actually a second model of this headset as well, called the Big Screen Beyond 2E. Same thing as the original, except this one has eye tracking and foveated rendering, which if you really care about those things, then yeah, you should probably get it, but it will cost you an extra $200 for them. But if you don't want that or don't care at all, then you can just get the original. And a nice little bonus with this headset is that the faceplates can actually be different colors, so you can either get it in black, clear, or orange. But the color orange does cost more than 50 bucks to get that for some reason. And as of right now, there's a specific purple color for the Big Screen Beyond 2E. It's apparently some limited time VR chat edition, which it actually does look pretty nice, but can't we just get this normally without having it be limited time and have more colors? I mean, it is nice to have these options, I just wish you could get it in any color you'd like. But that's just a minor gripe. Overall, I think this headset is really good, and its gimmick is something that no one else is really doing, which makes it pretty unique. Sure, maybe getting those base stations and controllers can be a little bit of a hassle, but as far as a PC headset, for price and performance, I think this is pretty worth it. I mean, it wouldn't be on this list if I didn't think so, would it? It does make me wish that future headsets can just be a little more unique, just like how this one is. So it's a great headset, but not everyone has the room to be able to set up those base stations. So it's good that this next PC headset actually has in and out tracking. And which headset am I talking about, you may ask? Well, I'm talking about the Pimax Crystal Lite. In a way, this almost feels like this headset is almost the exact opposite of the last one I just talked about. And one of the reasons why I say that is because this headset is actually pretty heavy, coming at a staggering 815 grams. So yeah, that's not very good, but trust me, that is probably the biggest thorn that this headset has in its foot. The Crystal Lite came out on May 14th, 2024, and the resolution per eye was 2880 by 2880, which is very high and is the highest on this list. And some of you may not know, but Pimax's main gimmick is that their FOVs are usually really big. And for some reason, this one actually doesn't have a really big FOV. It's only 115 degrees, which is still pretty good, but it's not as big as some of the old ones. My guess, it probably saved saved on money for the lenses. And speaking of lenses, these ones are actually very unique because they don't use pancake or Fresnel lenses, they use something called aspheric lenses. They're very similar to pancake lenses, except the lenses have a small bump in the middle, and this bump is specifically used to control the light levels and how it enters your eyes, just so the colors are better and there's less distortion. So then they're not as flat as pancake lenses, so you know, you gain some new cool stuff and you lose some cool stuff. It really just comes down to personal preference, to be honest. But the one thing these two different lenses have in common is that they both can go up to 120 Hz, so then that makes your gameplay look really smooth. And to be honest, that's all the really cool stuff about this headset. Yeah, there's no automatic IPD adjustment, and there's no hand tracking, face tracking, or anything cool like that. And yes, I know that may sound bad, but without those features, this headset is only $858, which is the cheapest on this list, by the way. So a lot of the really cool features aren't here, but then it's cheaper, so you may actually think that that's worth it. Unless you really did want those things, there is a Pimax Crystal Super that exists. It's the same as the Lite, except it has automatic IPD adjustment, eye tracking, better eye resolution, better FOV, which then makes it more expensive, about $1,735 expensive. Yeah, that's slightly more than double the price than the Lite. So then in my personal opinion, the Crystal Lite is much better for value. There are also just PC VR headsets out there that can give you automatic IPD adjustment and eye tracking for a lot cheaper than the Super, which is the main reason why I decided not to include it on this list. So the Pimax Crystal Lite maybe not have any cool bells or whistles and plays it really safe, however, that price tag I think makes up for it. So what I've been saying about this headset maybe makes you want to get one right now. But wait, hold on a second, I still got one more headset to talk about. And trust me, you're going to want to hear about this one. But before we get to talk about the last headset, if you've gotten this far and have really enjoyed this video, I would suggest subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate it if you did, and if you don't want to, you can just leave a like instead, that works too. But now it's time to talk about the very last headset on this list. And this one's made by a company that you've probably have heard before. A company that's been in the shadows for a couple years recently, but I really hope that they make a strong comeback. And so, how are they trying to do that? Well, they're trying to do it with this headset, and this is the HTC Vive Focus Vision. And well, I've got to say that—
Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that a standalone headset?
Well, okay, yes, technically it is a standalone headset, but this is also a PC VR headset, I swear, just bear with me here. The Focus Vision came out October 1st, 2024, so it's almost a year old. And the resolution per eye on this headset is 2448 by 2448. Not the highest on this list, but still really good and better than the Quest 3. And the FOV is 120 degrees, so pretty good. And the headset by itself weighs 785 grams. Okay, well, time to answer the big question finally. So why do I have this headset on this list even though it's technically a standalone headset? And that's because you can buy a link cable that hooks it right to your PC, but I'm not talking how the Quest 3 does it. No, I mean this thing really hooks into your PC, because you'll have to buy the Vive wired streaming kit. So you hook it up to your headset and then you actually get a display port that goes right into the GPU of your PC, just like any old PC headset that's always done it. Because it's not like the Quest 3 where you can just plug it into your PC and then it just works, but the headset's actually doing the heavy lifting. Oh no, the PC actually does the heavy lifting for this. So then you can just use this as your PC headset, and if you want to go and show your friends who don't have a PC, you can just take the headset with you. So that sounds really cool, but I'm not done yet, because this headset comes with eye tracking and hand tracking as well, which is the only headset on this list that comes with both of them. And if you want to even go further with that, HTC actually has a face tracker that you can hook up to this headset. Sure, it's separate and it costs $120, but hey, the option's there if you really want it. And this headset also comes with automatic IPD adjustment, so you don't need to figure that out, it'll automatically just do it for you. So yeah, this headset actually seems pretty amazing, but are there any drawbacks about it? Well, not really. Well, besides one small thing, and to find that you're gonna have to look into the lens, because this headset still uses Fresnel lenses, which there's nothing really bad about using Fresnel lenses. I mean, they're still pretty good. It's just most modern headsets have already moved on to aspheric lenses or pancake lenses, mostly pancake lenses though. It's just Fresnel lenses can make things a little more blurry than they're supposed to be, and also the sweet spot is much smaller than it would be if it was a pancake lens. Just something I should mention, just in case you really don't like Fresnel lenses. And because of the Fresnel lenses, that means the refresh rate is only up to 90 Hz, which isn't bad by any means, but some people would like it higher. So with all that being said, how much does this headset cost? Well, the headset by itself only used to be $1,000, but now they've raised it to $1,150. I thought I knew the reason why the price was upped, but I looked at the Europe pricing and it seems like it went up there too as well, so I really don't know. But for PC VR, you're gonna have to get that DisplayPort PC streaming kit. So then you put that together with the headset and that comes to $1,340, which overall that seems okay, but I'll let you on a little secret. If you go to Amazon right now, you can get the VR headset and the streaming kit for just $1,238. And they also throw in 2 games with it and a $100 Steam gift card. So now that seems a lot more worth it to me. If you are really curious, I'll put it in the description, as well as the other 2 headsets of course. And if you're watching this months later and if you click on the link and this offer isn't here anymore, sorry bud, can't really help you. So as of right now, in my opinion, these are the best PC VR headsets to get right now. They almost seem like 3 of a perfect pair to me. Yeah, PC VR may not be as big as it used to be, but it still has a place in the VR world and these headsets are still really great. And I really hope if you're trying to switch from standalone to PC that you choose one of these options. Just hope I was able to help you make the right decision. But thank you guys for watching, I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later.